there YouTube, my name's Liam and this is the first video from NerdeliciousComics. Could be the first one of many, could just be the first one hit wonder. I don't know, let's see what the response is. I've been thinking about doing videos for a while, then just decided to do it now, so hence no camera and the ghetto headset coming from my webcam. This week I've got 10 books to talk about, 5 DC and 5 Marvel. So I'm going to get cracking first things first with the Marvel, and first book, Amazing Spider-Man number 648. Now this is the start of the big time storyline, which sees Dan Slott taking over the reins as lead writer on the series. The book was alright. I like what's happening in terms of the villains. I'm going to do a little spoiler here, so apologies, but the new Hobgoblin's back, which I knew anyway because I'd read on IGN. That's nice to see. I like to see how they've reformed the Sinister Six, with a new Sinister Six and Doc Ock, the way he is still leading it. So that was good to see, but overall I think the story just dragged a little bit. It was $3.99. It felt a bit chunkier than a normal book, but all the same I quite enjoyed it. It was alright. Although everybody complained about Brand New Day, I don't think this start is as good as what that did, but I've got higher hopes for this than the monstrosity that was. Though got the grim one over it, so that wasn't too bad. That was a 7.5 out of 10, sorry. Next book, Shadowland tie-in, Daughters of the Shadow, 3 of 3. It's not very good. If you hadn't been buying the Shadowland tie-ins, I wouldn't bother with this. Keep it short and sweet. It was okay for what it was, but not essential at all for reading. All it does is broaden out that there's the nail, which is part of the hand for women, and that's rubbish really. I'd give it a 6.5 out of 10. Not worth picking up at all. Ant-Man and Wasp number 1. This is a little mini series. It's going to be 3 issues long. I was a bit skeptical about buying this book, to be perfectly honest. But then I thought I'll give it a try. If it's not any good, I'll not pick it up. But as surprises, I quite enjoyed it. I think the thing with a book where it's got 2 characters and not like a team book like the 2 characters is, I think the characters have to bounce off each other. You need to have a more straight-faced one, and then you've got to have like the more lively one. A perfect example of that's Cable and Deadpool. That worked tremendously well. But I'm a big Deadpool fan anyway. My t-shirt is. You can't really see it. Doesn't matter. But I like the way they work together in the sense of O'Grady Ant-Man is very lively, quite funny. You know, he's boisterous. When you know you're getting Hank Pym, he's straight-laced. He's thorough. He is what he is. But I'd definitely say it's worth a try if you haven't picked this up. 2 Avengers. It's a quite interesting mission, but I'm sure it'll kick off a bit more in the second issue because it was more setting the scene, building between the 2 characters and how it happened, kind of thing. But I give it a 7 out of 10. Worth a try especially if you're an Ant-Man or Hank Pym fan. Speaking of Avengers, New Avengers number 6. One of these Avengers will die. I'm a little bit disappointed by this book, to be perfectly honest. I do like Bendis as a writer, but there's just something not fitting for me with New Avengers. I like the characters, but I think with the Avengers book and having so many similarities to that anyway, and being involved with so many things as well as this, it just seems a bit too much. I liked Stuart Immonen's art. I thought that was great, especially for the fight scene he did, Wolverine had, which carried on from the previous issue. But although it says one of these Avengers will die, the way he did die makes us think he'll be coming back. Lost in the Time Stream seems a popular way to die, so probably where he is. I'd give that book a 7.5 out of 10. It's okay, not special. Best Marvel book of the week, I would say, is Thor number 617. Matt Fractions killing it on this title, as I expected he would. I love the way he's got Loki now as this young whippersnapper here from Paris. I love the kind of connection he has with Thor in this. He doesn't know him because obviously he doesn't realise who he is, kind of thing. I like the way that progresses, and the conversation with the guest star in here, Tony Stark, and King Boulder is excellent. That's possibly the highlight of the book for us, actually. It's a really good conversation. I just really enjoyed it. I'd give this an 8.5 out of 10. Close to being the comic of the week, but it was a DC comic, which you'll see in the next few books. But yeah, if you haven't been picking up Thor, pick up from 615. You won't be disappointed at all. Start of DC, Booster Gold, number 38. I love Booster Gold as a character. I think he's a good character. I've read a lot of older stuff, but hadn't been reading the ongoing series, and I wanted to jump in. And when this came out, I thought, you know what it is, I'm gonna do it. And I was quite pleased I did. It was a nice little short story kind of thing, probably a filler issue, I'm not sure yet. But it's definitely made it more interested to pick up the other 37 issues before this. Yeah, pretty good. Give this a 7 out of 10. Speaking of Booster Gold, wait, not really, sort of. Justice League Generation Lost, number 13. I'm really enjoying this book. Apart from issue 7, I think it was, where Captain Atom got flown into the future. That was terrible. But I really like what's happening with this, and this, I think, marks the end of the Maxwell Lord story. And I think we're going to get a whole new kind of concept to the book, instead of, we're looking for Maxwell Lord, where's he? Oh, he's here, oh, he's not, oh, he's here, oh, he's not. That kind of thing. There's a great fight scene with Magog. Captain Atom doesn't want to fight because he doesn't want to injure people, and it just, the ending is awesome. You get a bit White Lantern, I can't speak, White Lantern, that's all, moment with Maxwell Lord, and what that kind of does with him. But then the twist is, like I say, it's excellent. If you're a new reader, depending on solicits for next issue, I'd say it would be a jump on point if you haven't been reading this already, because then that could see the GLI reformed properly again. It'll probably lead to a name change or something, but it's an excellent book. I really enjoyed it. I'd give it a 7.5 out of 10. Definitely worth checking out. Now, Batman's going to be 3 books, I think, next week. So this one, Red Robin, number 17, is like the start, pretty much. The best bit in this book for me, I'm sorry I'm going to spoil something again, is the conversation he has with Bruce Wayne on the roof, and what happens between them. It's like a full page picture, sorry. That's a really touching moment. I really enjoyed that. Not in a thingy way, and I thought it was good writing. So I really enjoy Nishiza's art anyway, because I'm a big Deadpool fan, which is the reason I started picking up this title anyway, and it's led on to more Batman titles, so it's probably what DC are aiming for, picking people up like me. But like I say, a good story. I like what they're doing with Lynx, the new Lynx. I wasn't really a character I knew much about, but I'm enjoying what's happening with her. But overall, it's a good title. I'm enjoying it. Maybe with the barrage of Batman stuff we're gonna get soon, probably it'd be alright. If you're a Batman fan, definitely you'd be picking this up anyway. But if you're a new reader, unless you love Nishiza's work, I'd say you'll probably read other Bat books. But I'm a big fan of Nishiza. It's one of my favourite writers. So that's why I'd give this comic a 7.5 out of 10. There's a lot of 7.5s this week. 2 more left. Justice League, what am I talking about? Green Lantern Emerald Warriors, number 4. Of three Green Lantern titles, I'd say this one's the weakest, in the sense of it's sorry, laptop just frozen. In the sense of I don't think the story's progressing as much as it should be. I mean, Emerald Warriors is still a good book to read, don't get us wrong, but it's hard to explain. I just feel like there's something off. I mean, Peter Tomasi's a great writer. Everybody knows he's good at writing Green Lantern Corps and stuff, and it's kind of like an extension of that. But I think there's too much on the supporting cast. I mean, don't get us wrong, Guy Gardner's an awesome character and he's good in this. Like leading the line, I think he's a stronger main man than Kyle Rayner, but overall, the story-wise, I think like so what's happening with the Weapon Art in Green Lantern Corps when he's fighting Sinestro in next week's book, so that's going to be awesome. What's happening with Green Lantern, it's big, it's with the entities and all that, that's going to be good, especially with Black Hand turning up next week. This book just feels like the story's a bit wishy-washy, and then they get attacked at the end by some trainees, and you think, well, you've got Guy Gardner and Kilowog and Alicia, and that's really all you need to beat them anyway. You don't even need the Red Lantern probably. So I'd give this an 8 out of 10. Just not the best of the three Green Lantern titles. Definitely picked up if you're a Green Lantern fan. So I mean, stuff what happens with Sodom Yat. You find out what he's doing. So that's interesting. But not the best Green Lantern book. Comic of the week time, and I was surprised. I picked this as my comic of the week because I thought, oh, Spider-Man will probably get it. That's or Thor. But following on from the previous issue, my first comic of the week on NerdeliciousComics is Titans number 29. I don't know how many people are reading this book, but if you're not, you're missing out. I mean, Eric Wallace, excellent writing. Fabrizio Fiorentino, beautiful art. I really like it. In here, Batman vs Deathstroke. That's all that really needs to be said. Dick Grayson versus Deathstroke. That is enough to make you want to buy this book anyway. It's enough to make me want to keep going on with this book. Because I'll be honest, I've liked it, but I was thinking about cutting a few things and maybe saving a bit of money and build up to Christmas. But I picked up the Arkham Asylum book last issue, and this is an extension of that. So I'd say go back, pick up number 28, then pick up Titans number 29, because it was awesome. I just loved it, basically. It was excellent. Comic of the week, 9 out of 10. Like I say, pick up 28 and this, and you're in for a winner. I mean, that cover's nice. Anyway. Okay, so that's it for the first review on NerdeliciousComics. I'm going to try and do them every Friday due to work commitments. And as you can probably tell by my accent, I am from the UK, so I get my comics like the day after, on a Thursday, from when you normally do in America. But like I say, I'll try and keep you in the loop, kind of thing. Also worth noting, I will be going to see John Romita Jr. at a local sign at the comic book store on Thursday, so I'm going to try and just get a couple of things signed. Might buy a copy of Kick-Ass 2 number 1 from the sign, and sign me Avengers number 1 from the new run. I might see if he can sketch or something, but I'm not hopeful because it's not going to be there long. But yeah, if I do get anything signed, I'll show it next week. And next week for me is a big week with Thunderbolts 150, and Thunderbolts is my favourite title, so I'm really looking forward to that. And it's Green Lantern Corps, Green Lantern Flash, lots of good stuff, so hopefully check it out. Please subscribe. I'm hoping you enjoyed the video and it wasn't too boring, and I hope you can understand me Geordie accent. So until next week everybody, thank you and bye bye.